Alright, you just finished shooting a dope event. Your photos are done, your video is ready, and now you want your work published for the rest of the world to see. How do you do that? Today, I'm going to tell you how. It's your boy Mr. I Am Digital, and today we're going to talk about being published publicly. This episode has been brought to you by my good guys over at Far Culture Clothing. Make sure you go check them out for new styles, new seasons, everything that you need: hats, shirts, sweatsuits, hoodies. What more can you ask for? Make sure you go check out my guys at Far Culture Clothing. Link is in the description, and tell them guys Mr. I Am Digital sent you. Alright, so now you done been to an event, you done took some dope photos, you took some dope video, and now you're looking at it like, if I post it on my page, it'll get some likes, it might get some retweets, it might get some shares, but I want to be published on a bigger platform. So what do? Well, I'm here to tell you something really simple. Do you know how to use your DM, your email, network? Simply, it's easy. It's not the hardest thing in the world. I believe the hardest thing is getting published and getting it accepted. But the easiest part is building a relationship with those who can actually give you the opportunity to be published. So what do I mean when I say network? Don't be afraid to RSVP any events that you might see online. There are always events popping up. You'll always see flyers. And at the bottom, if you look at the bottom, there's always usually an RSVP with an email. So now you see the email. What's the next thing you should do? Well, compose a new email and write in the subject RSVP, whatever night or event that it may be. Go into the body of the email and describe what it is, what you're RSVPing for. Describe what your platform is. Sometimes your platform might not be big enough to get accepted with an RSVP, but if you're going to small events like listening parties for certain artists who may not be signed or on the verge of getting signed, you might be able to get yourself an RSVP even quicker. For myself, a lot of you guys may know I had worked with an artist, and my start was I simply started off with an RSVP to one person who also worked for a big disc jockey. I won't name any names or companies, but this person was able to give me access to promote and just do video for this event, for this artist. What I did was I got to the event, I met the person of contact, I greeted myself, told them who I was with. I literally just went, I did my regular shooting. The artist came in to do their performances. That's it. The thing was, my turnaround time was quicker than everybody else's. Basically, within 2 hours, the artist had a full recap of the night video. As soon as I gave it to them, you know, this industry is quick, so everything is about your turnaround time. Honestly, getting published is not always about who you know sometimes, but it's always about what your turnaround time is sometimes. So if your turnaround time is quick and you also have a person of contact that you can get your work to, it works in your advantages. Sometimes, let's be real. Sometimes those person of contacts, they already have specific persons that are already set to do these events. So sometimes you just might be out of luck. But if you get lucky and return something quicker than the people that they had, it makes you look good, especially if the quality is great. That's how I got my start. From there, I ended up networking with a producer who was close to the artist. They ended up putting us on a 3-way call. From that point on, that's when everything for me took off. I worked with this artist closely for 3 years, and I've shot numerous artists after that. Now that you've gotten your work published, what should you do? Well, in this case, if you are able to get your work published, don't stop there. Always keep in contact with these contacts, whoever got you into this event. There are always more likely events to pop up. If you're able to get published, this might actually help you be able to work with other artists and promoters in the future, because now you have a reel. Now you have proof that you can go do the work. Stop looking to get paid to go shoot events all the time. I feel like you shouldn't be charging to be shooting any events that might be helping you to be able to get your brand out there, because free promotion is the best promotion. So if somebody's giving you an opportunity to go to an event and shoot it, don't always ask, well, what's your budget? How much you willing to pay? Sometimes these people are not willing to pay anything because they don't know what you can provide. You can go there, execute, provide them with quick turnaround time. I guarantee you 10 times out of 10, you're gonna be chosen, you're gonna be contacted first to do numerous events. In the last 4 years that I've been doing this, since that time, I've shot numerous events. I wanna say the biggest event that I was able to shoot so far was South by Southwest. So with all of this, you come in contact with other artists, you get in contact with other promoters. Turnaround time is the key to getting published. So when you think about being published, think about what your turnaround time is. You always want to return your product back within at least 24 hours. I want to say less than that. Usually when I shoot an event, I try to return something back within 12 to 16 hours, because that's the gap for everybody to go to sleep. Everybody wakes up still excited from the night before, and now they have something to actually excite them again. And it actually makes you look good once again, because now you're kind of feeding this need to see what happened all night and to relive it once again. This is real simple. There's not going to be a long video about what it takes to get published. It's just that simple. Networking, go to events, meet people, reach out to people. Don't be afraid to DM people. Just when you DM them, greet them. Sometimes now, like I said, with Instagram, now they have the filter messaging. They might not see it. They might see it late. Don't get discouraged. If you see a flyer, RSVP with the email. Always write your emails up and get those RSVPs. There's a lot of events for like Fashion Week. I want to say other events that's out of town. If you're actually going into town on a vacation or something, try to find events that's going on out there and reach out to those promoters or RSVP those emails that are in that area, because now you got something to do while you're out on vacation. Guess what you're doing? You're touching another market. This is the key of getting published. Touch markets. Don't just sit back and just think that your hometown is just gonna hold you down and you're just gonna make it right out of your home state. Unless you're living in New York, unless you're living in Miami, Atlanta, LA, Texas, this is not gonna work for you in smaller towns. You need to go and broaden your horizons. Stop sitting around, just sitting down, thinking like, oh, I got this. No, it's not that simple all the time. So with all that said, let's recap that. First, what's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna go, you're gonna search, try to find events in your area, RSVP, ASAP. If you see a date there, as soon as you see it, RSVP. You might forget about it the next time around. So if you RSVP it and you get a reply with an email saying that you've been accepted with your RSVP, great. Bring your camera, bring great spirits, go to the person of contact for that event, let them know who you are, introduce yourself. Stop being afraid to talk to people. There's nothing wrong with talking to people, even if it lasts 3 seconds where you're like, hi, my name is so-and-so, I'm from this, and I just came to the event so that I can provide you with some great footage. Let that be that. Turnaround time. Turnaround time is key. Stop coming back home with this footage and feeling comfortable that you were able to get to this event that maybe a lot of your friends maybe didn't get it to it. When you're done with an event, stop being comfortable and bringing it back home and just going to sleep on it. Because guess what? Sometimes you might not wake up with that same energy to want to edit this footage again. So unless it's really late, my suggestion is drop all your footage once you get home. Don't waste no time. Try to set your computer up so that the next morning when you wake up, the first thing you can do is work on this footage. You want to get it back within 12 to 24 hours, period. If you're looking to get published, get it quick. It's the only way to get published, because guess what? They want to put out something that's out before somebody else. This is how the industry works. Everything is rapid time. Don't sit around and just be comfortable, and don't get too comfortable in your win. Because if you do, because guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose, because now you're comfortable, you're bragging to your friends. All this time that you wasted, all this energy to brag to your friends about what you just did, you could have spent that working on that footage and had the opportunity of being published publicly and broadening your brand. Next, network. That is like my biggest thing when it comes to getting published, because in this industry, it's who you know. You're gonna meet writers who write blogs. You're gonna meet people that work for these big blogs and magazines that actually can get you exposed. You know, you don't want to just be sitting in the corner of an event just being a fly on the wall sometimes. Sometimes you just want to rub shoulders, ask people who they are, where they're from, because more than likely you're gonna meet people that are there doing just what you are doing, but you might find a couple of people who don't have equipment to do what you're doing. And if they, let's say at this point they had a cameraman that was supposed to come and they don't show up. Hey, you got a camera, right? Hey, you can get some photos, you can get some videos. They might be just a writer. They want to do a write-up, but they also want to provide picture and video for it. Guess what? Now that's a favor and a favor. Because now you can tell them, well, hey, I can provide you this video. They're going to ask you, how quick can you get it back to them? Tell them I can get it back to you within 24 hours. Get it back to them quicker than that. Because now you're kind of, in a sense, making their cameraman look bad. You're not making them look terrible, but you're making yourself seem like, hey, I'm hungry. But don't get comfortable with that. Once again, I'm going to keep telling you that. Don't get comfortable. Keep the same energy that you bring from the first time. Keep that same energy. Keep that relationship open. If they contact you and you can't make something, be open about it. Tell them, no, I can't make it. A lot of these people are not mad to hear that you can't make it. What they do get mad at is when you don't respond because you can't make it. Now you're just kind of on that list as of, I'm never going to contact them again. Because why? Because they don't know how to respond. They don't know how to talk. And now you're just blackballed from that person. You don't want that. Industry small. They all talk. You don't want that. No. Keep your nose clean in this industry, all right? So with all that said, I'm not going to keep you guys a long time in this video because this one is real simple. This is how you get published. Any questions that you may have for me, you already know what to do. Comment below. You can like, please share this, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. Let's go. Bye.